In this video, we'll go through some of the basic tools in SolidWorks. Along the way, we'll also introduce some parts of the interface, which will be easier to understand once we see them through practical examples. The first thing we need to do when we open Solid is to choose the plane where our sketch will be. The choice of our plane depends on the mechanical part we are doing and where it is easier to start. Smart Dimension allows us to set the desired width and length of our sketch. We will use Smart Dimensions for each of these sketch entities. A very important thing that I have to mention is that every drawing must be drawn from the coordinate beginning. First, I selected the plane that I will use. Then, I showed through a very easy example how to use Smart Dimensions on the drawing and how to turn it into a 3D part. Extrude Boss Base is a function that will turn the drawing into 3D, but it needs the height of the part, which we will enter here. Now that we've seen how to extrude a simple sketch, let's take a look at some of the interface features that will be useful when we move on to more complex sketches. I drew a simple sketch again, but this time I intentionally left a line that I'll remove using the Trim Entities tool. In the second case, if I need to extend a line, I can use Extend Entities. To extend a line, we need a boundary to extend it to. In this case, it's this line. We'll cover tools like Convert Entities, Offset Entities, Mirror Entities, and Linear Sketch Pattern in another video, once we get into more advanced sketching techniques. In this video, I'll also show you two more features from the Features tab, Revolve and Extruded Cut. Another useful feature is Fillet, which we'll use to round off sharp edges. Chamfer works in a similar way, while Extrude creates a feature by extending a sketch in a straight direction. Revolve creates a feature by rotating the sketch around an axis. For example, this is a rotational part, so Revolve is a good choice for creating it. For this feature, we'll use the front plane. Starting from the origin, we'll create a construction line that will serve as the axis of rotation. I'm also adding a dimension to position the profile in space. This isn't strictly necessary for the Revolve feature, but I find it helpful when working with sketches and understanding the position of the geometry. Since the sketch will be rotated around this axis, we only need to draw half of the profile. When dimensioning a Revolve sketch, it's important to carefully define the height and width, as shown in this example. You can use dimensions like I've shown here, or you can define the different sections using radius dimensions. It's important to organize the dimensions neatly as we add them so that we can see everything clearly and make sure we don't miss any part of the sketch. The sketch is showing as overdefined because we've already defined the height of the construction line and the heights of the different sections. These dimensions already determine the position of the geometry, so SolidWorks doesn't allow us to add another redundant dimension. Now, when we revolve this sketch around the construction line, you can see how the complete 3D shape is created. It's important to know when to use Revolve and when to use Extrude. Revolve is generally used for rotational or axis-symmetric parts, while Extrude is commonly used for prismatic shapes. Some rotational parts can also be created using Extrude and other features, but Revolve is usually the simpler and more appropriate choice when the geometry is based on rotation around an axis. Now, if we go back to our Extrude Boss Base example, I can show you how to create a new sketch directly on a surface of a 3D model. In our case, this will allow us to create an extruded cut. When we select the feature, on the left, we'll see several options. We can choose to cut through the entire part or set the depth manually. Fillet and chamfer can be used both in sketches and on 3D models. In this video, I'll only show you how to use them on a 3D model. To create a fillet, we simply select the edge we want to round and enter the desired radius. If we want to bevel the edge instead, we can use chamfer in a similar way by selecting the edge and setting the desired distance. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned something new, and I'll see you in the next one.